So I think I got a little ahead of myself. Today's activity is removing the rear gas tank to see if we can salvage it. Looking inside the open hole, see a lot of orange, so not too optimistic, but at the very least gonna take it down. The bottom of the tank doesn't seem to have any seepage, so I'm gonna take it down, probably buy some cleaner and rattle it around in there with some old nuts and bolts and see if we can break some of that crud free and get it out of the tank, and maybe we can reuse it. I've already taken off 3 of the bolts. I believe there's 9 holding it in. There should be 4 on one side and 3 on another. I've already taken off the 3 of the ones that are accessible from the trunk, and I'll have to go under the car to take off the other 3. Alright, so as you can see, I've taken off 1, 2, and 3 is right down there. Bolts. In the progress of taking off these 2. They're back here. And then these ones are accessible from underneath. There's a nut holding these up. So we go down there, take that off, and I believe this should just fall. So we're going to be careful though to make sure we don't break any lines. Alright, stand by. Alright, before I get too far in taking all these bolts off, I want to make sure I'm not going to snap a line when I lower this tank down. So what we're going to do is we're going to unplug it and undo these fuel lines from the tank. I want to make sure we're not going to cause ourselves a bigger issue than need be. Let's see what we got. It's not perfect. Yeah, I got the wrong. I don't even know if you guys can see what I'm working on. Oh yeah, you can. This stubborn ass. Let's see which way do I need to turn it, so it'll be tight, so when you go this way. I think it's attached to. This is part of the line. There we go. I got motion. So we do it again. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be a pain. This one's got some serious dirt. Let's see, since I broke it free, maybe, even though it doesn't fit perfectly, I can use this without stripping it, because that one's just... there we go. Pull that big boy out. Now what? Come out. How's that work? Not sure what to think about that, but we will see what happens when I do the rest of this guy. Probably gonna need to pull the jack out. Let's see what kind of mess is under here. Ooh, spider webs. Luckily, it appears that previous owner undercoated this thing, so it's actually in pretty good shape. The gas tank itself isn't like I said, it isn't showing any signs of seepage, so I'm thinking I might actually be able to reuse it, despite what I thought originally. Keep hitting that thing. Let's see if we can work that nut off by hand. I don't know how you guys take this down without doing all that stuff, so I'm gonna have to be careful. Let's take this, and then we'll pull this off. That's that go too. Alright, so I managed to get every bolt out. Spilled a little bit of gasoline on myself, and it smells like gasoline, so that's a good sign. Here, uncoupled the float, the fuel line. Now I just got to take that off, and I think I should be able to drop this thing. All right, let's see if we can get it done. Oops. I forgot to take off one fitting on top, so we're gonna have to fuel line. Take that off real quick. I'll show you what I'm talking about. That guy down in there. So I need to jack this up a little bit before I rip the line. All right, now that that bolt is detached, or the fuel line is detached, you can finally lower the tank. Let's see if we can get the tank out the way it is, because all I gotta do is move it. Oh shit. There we go. See what we're getting. What's going on back there? Let's see what's going on. So, there we go. Wrestle with the rest of this damn gas tank. There we go. Down. So next order of business is gonna be to vacuum this bad boy off. Yep. So stand by and we'll take care of that. Alright, so got the glass tank off. I looked inside. To me, it actually looks like it's not that bad. I think the tank's salvageable. There was an orange tinge in there, but there's fuel in there, old fuel, and I sloshed it around, and I don't see any particulate moving around. So I'm gonna figure out where you can dump old gas and see what comes out, and then go from there, deciding whether or not I want to reuse the tank. I think I'm going to be reusing it. Not looking forward to putting it back up, but you know what? It was worth it to save myself a couple $100 if that's the case. And the next thing we should be doing, hopefully, be adding oil, all the coolant fluid, and put a battery in and see if we can crank this thing. If I have to put the dash in, it looks like there's a choke. Yep, there's a choke. So I might need to actually plug this all in to actually start the car. If anyone knows, please comment below, or and just give me a heads up, so that way I can be prepared to attack the wiring mess. Alright, just if anyone wants to take a look. No, you can't really see it. I gotta see if I can get a bright light in there. There's the inside of the tank. It's like I said, there's orange tinge in the bottom, but there's no particulate sloshing around. The top doesn't look great right here, but it's still decently solid. The bottom of the car is actually in pretty good shape. I was very surprised. Look down here. It has definitely been coated, which I am very pleased, because I've read a lot of rust horror stories. The bottom of the whole car has been coated, so I think he's had this done before. Yep. So thanks for watching, guys. I know it was a slow, painful process, but next time we should be getting pretty close to cranking her, turning her over. Thanks.